I tend to get attached with people really fast and I overshare with them. I regret it later, and the process that comes after it is detachment. So that process is very difficult.
What gets hurt when you say you got hurt? Is it that you are bleeding from the shoulder or you have a broken nose? What gets hurt?
So, but when it comes to people, so they behave in such a way like they're very reliable, you can share with them. But then after some days, they're like 180-degree turn.
You go to a shopkeeper, will he ever tell you how his goods really are? Why didn't we see that? Because you didn't want to see that. You said when you are hurt, you overshare with others. But if you are sharing something, most probably it is a story of your victimization. That's what you love to share after each episode of hurt. You got hurt because the world does not need to do anything to deceive you. You beg to be deceived.
Good evening, sir. I'm Sonia. So my question is, sir, I tend to get attached with people really fast and I overshare with them. So what happens now? I regret it later, and the process that comes after it is detachment. So that process is very difficult and my productivity goes down at zero, probably some days negative, you can say. So, sir, while reading your book, I saw a quote. It says, hurt is the opportunity to see where you are still deluded and dependent. So, can you please explain me something more about this?
What gets hurt when you say you got hurt? Is it that you are bleeding from the shoulder or you have a broken nose? Yes. What gets hurt? Expectations, right? Right. So you expect that, whatever, that this is containing something, this, that, whatever. Or that this is white. But this was never white. It hasn't changed colors. This was always black. But you have some desire for some reason for white. And desire makes you optimist. So even as I said, I have a mug with me. Guess the color. And immediately she said, white. But this was always black. It didn't cheat. It didn't deceive. This was always black. Why did you expect it to be white? Now, whose fault is it? Desire made you blind. So you raised expectations that could anyway never have been fulfilled. And when those expectations are belied, then you blame the other one, object. See, I want to break this mug. This should have been white. Why? Is it obliged to fulfill your expectations? But we place the burden of our expectations on something. It could be a mug or whatever. Right? I have expectations, so I want you to behave the way I like. The question is he even capable of behaving the way you like? Are you getting? So this is a mere mug. Your expectations don't exceed a limit. But when it comes to human beings, expectations are sky high. My partner is my God. Right? You must worship your husband or wife or mate like a god or goddess, at least like a prince or princess. Have you even looked at his face closely? From what angle does he look like a prince? But your expectation is that the fellow must be a prince. And then after some time you say he is a cheat. He should have been a prince, but he turned out a pauper. Even one burger he tells me to pay for. You are supposed to be a prince. Did you ever take his consent? He would have maybe a little honestly told you, I'm not a prince. I'm a very ordinary person, and we all are ordinary, right? But think of all those who have great expectations from us ordinary beings. And many times, those expectations are set without any kind of consent from the object of expectation. Just as we never ask this mug, are you white? If not white, then do you want to be white? Nothing was asked. Just expectations randomly were placed on it. And then this was cursed. Cursed. You're not just black, you have black intentions as well. What has the poor thing done? This is the way it always is. It didn't conspire to hurt you. You got hurt because you were wallowing in dreams. You were rolling in fluff. You're riding the clouds. And if you ride the clouds, you will fall. Why blame the earth? This one hurt me. But the earth has been that way always. You fall from the 21st floor and you break your bones. Is the earth to be blamed? The earth didn't suddenly turn hard in order to hurt you. The earth has always been like that, and you knew that, and yet you jumped, and now you are hurt. Who's to be blamed? Yep. So, when you are hurt, figure out what is it that you are sharing with others. You said when you are hurt, you overshare with others. Oversharing, I don't know what that means. But if you are sharing something, most probably it is a story of your victimization. That's what you love to share after each episode of hurt. No? I need a shoulder to weep on. He hurt me. And then your best friends are those who abuse the one who supposedly hurt you. Yes, I always knew. He's a rascal. But good riddance. Great that he's gone. I'll fetch you a new one. And the new one is the one I have just disposed of. So you can take him now.
But when it comes to people, let's say when we're meeting them, so they behave in such a way like they're very reliable. You can share with them. But then after some days, they're like 180-degree turn.
You go to a shopkeeper. Will he ever tell you how his goods really are? And you know that in advance. And we all are shopkeepers. So why do you just blindly take his word? Right? Because he's not doing something new or unknown. We too do the same thing, right? We too have a shop to take care of. Because our relations do not really come from love. They are an exchange. We barter. And when you barter, then you always want to overprice what you have. Right? And you always want to underprice what the other has. So we do the same thing. And yet, when the same thing is done to us, we act as if it's something new and novel. How is it new? All of us are master practitioners of the same kind of salesmanship. Are we not? Are we not? Look at how our drawing rooms are and guest rooms are versus how our backyards and living rooms are. Which is the most presentable room in the household? Please tell me. The drawing room. And what is that? Salesman. Salesman. That's what you call as putting the best foot forward. Why do you have two separate piles or drawers? These are the clothes for regular use. And this is for when I go out. Why? Are they different fits? Same fit. Then why two different piles? Yeah, to project yourself as better. The moment you return to your home or room, you throw away the costume and come to your regular wear, right? So that's how the world is. That's how each one of us is. And you know that. Then the question is different. Then the question is, if we already know that, why were we taken in? How did the other manage to deceive us? We should have known well in advance that the person is just presenting an inflated self, a false face. Why didn't we see that? You didn't see that because you didn't want to see that. You didn't see that because you didn't want to see that. I'll give you an example. Okay, let's say you are on diet. You're on diet. And still you crave for ice cream. Still you crave for ice cream, right? So you go to the ice cream seller and you ask him, Bhaiya, how many calories? How many calories in this cup or scoop? And he says 1.5 calories. That's kilocalories, right? 1.5 kilocalories. And you'll eagerly want to believe him because you are already craving for ice cream. You are educated, you are sensible, you know very well that that quantity of ice cream cannot be anything less than 100 or 200 calories, kilocalories. You know that very well. You very well know the fellow is lying to you. This cannot be 1.5, but he will say 1.5 so that you buy it, and you will believe that it is 1.5 because you want it. So it's a mutual deception. Why do you say that he has hurt you? You were so ready to believe his lies. In fact, you would have gotten angry had he said, this is 300 kilocalories. You fat one. Don't even touch this. Whereas he would have been a well-wisher had he told this to you, right? Because it's you who is on diet. And let's say he's a genuinely nice fellow and he tells you, don't take this. You're already overweight. And this is 300 kilocalories. You won't like him. Would you? Tell me, honestly, would you like him? In that moment of overpowering desire, would you like him if he tells you the truth? No. So we love liars. We love liars. Sweet lies, sweet lies. Sweet lies. What does the cover page say? What more about lies? For those tired of sweet lies. We love to believe sweet lies. We have a stake in believing sweet lies. But lies are lies. They have no feet. They stand on no ground. They will collapse. And when they collapse, we say, come console me. And when they come to console you, then you say, but I overshared with them and now they are exploiting me. Now, what kind of cycle is this? Are we our own friends in the first place? Do we wish ourselves well? Think of this. The world does not need to do anything to deceive you. You beg to be deceived. On the contrary, if the world does not deceive you, you dislike the world. Think of the ice cream seller who tells you of the 300 kilocalories. You will not return to him. Never. Think of the ice cream seller who tells you, no, nothing, 1 calorie, you take it. In fact, this is containing a special thinning ingredient. The more ice cream you take, the more weight you lose. And you'll say, that's what. Give me an entire brick. Give me 1 dozen cones. And then you find that same brick has broken your head. And then you weep. What to do? No. Desire will never allow you to see the truth. The world does not need to deceive you. Your own desire is enough. And deception does not happen after desire. Desire itself is deception. You have told yourself this desire will fulfill me, right? Deception has already begun. You may get what you desire to get, but that proves of no avail. But you have successfully, very successfully convinced yourself that if you get this or that, then life will be heavenly, right? Each of us have some idea of the future, some vision, some picture, some great desire, some hope, some dream. If I get that, that will turn my life upside down. So deception has already happened. The world need not deceive you. It is inner deception, it is self-deception that you have already inflicted on yourself. No. Yes. Okay.
Just download the Acharya Prashant app, and there you go to the community section, and you have live testimonials streaming in at the rate of 1 every 5 minutes. I'm seeing lives change in thousands, if not millions, every day in front of my own eyes. We are doing it.
Right.
We have actually done it.
Join the community of more than 2 lakh participants on the Acharya Prashant app. Your first month is completely free. You'll get full access to Gita Mission. On the app, you will get regular live sessions, daily exclusive conversations with Acharya Prashant, access to the vibrant Gita community, wisdom exams, curated news, audiobooks, quotes, and much more. Search Acharya Prashant on Google Play Store or Apple App Store and download now.